Hello, hello. Welcome to the Shift Hustle Show. My name is Jason. Thank you for joining on TikTok. This is Mo from Mo Side Hustles.
Hey, guys.
I always want to say Mo Side Hustles 2, but I don't know. I feel like I should. That's technically the channel, but it kind of sounds weird when I do that.
It is, yeah. It
Yeah,
does.
for sure. So, just a quick explanation, just as we're getting into it right now. Tonight, it's going to be the last show of the Side Hustle Show because it's summertime's coming to an end. It's been a good adventure, and I thought it would be good to have Mo come on. And, God, why do I look so washed out on TikTok? It's like my camera's dirty or something. Anyways, have Mo come on and just have a little fun. We're going to talk a little Doordash. We're going to talk about Mo had a video go kind of viral, but then got kicked out of the video got kicked out of the money making part of it. So we just kind of want to talk about too, like the heartache, the shitty stuff about like being a gig creator, which can be tough at times, and it can be lonely, and it can be, I don't know, all those things, right, Mo?
Definitely, yeah. You mean content creator for whatever? I mean, any type of content creator, really.
Yes, for sure.
It's difficult.
But I mean, when you're a content creator for like, I don't know. I looking at my Funko Pops right here in my little studio. I was like, it's different though because your content kind of is based on your job. You know what I mean? I think it's a little harder when you're a content creator for the stuff you do for work. And like it's not all like glamorous when you're out there getting content. Like you're actually making money and you have to do this, otherwise it's trouble. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. So, I mean, as far as content creation with your job, I mean, and it's really difficult for me because I've kind of coined myself as like someone who's positive. So when there's something that pisses me off, it kind of like goes against the grain of what I'm, but on the other hand, it also, I think, shows that even somebody who's tries to be positive all the time still has shit happen to them, and I still get upset. I still have things that I complain about. It's not that I'm, freaking shitting glitter all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I would say you are pretty positive, even though when you have things that might not be super positive, you do try to put a good spin on it, which is nice to see. With the stuff that we do, we're talking about the news, and typically it's gloom and doom. Someone got hurt or someone's being shady or those kind of things. There's not a lot of positive stories with with the news, unfortunately. And that's not just in, the gig world, that's in, everyday world, that there's just not a lot of positivity in general with that kind of stuff. So before we get into that stuff, I wanted to, we got your video I want to play because we're going to play it because I want to talk about it because there's a lot of discrepancies that I want to talk about. And then I wanted to just throw this out there with DoorDash Dave, and I wonder what you thought about this. I'm going to play this video. It's about when you tap arrived, and I want to know what you think about this.
So guys, a little trick. Press that arrived at store button the second it's available. The second you're close. If you're waiting to turn into the parking lot or anything like that, once that button is available, press it so that your clock starts. Just in case if it's long, it won't be as long. You could worry free on the sign a lot sooner. But it also helps your on-time rating. So that's very key. Once you do that, once you check in, be sure to also do this.
And for the audio listeners, he said he was waiting for the order. So what do you think about that? I don't do this, so I don't know. I think it would be a disadvantage, honestly.
I've done videos on this.
Okay.
Several different videos on this, and the hitting arrived at store as soon as you can. Yes, I do that all the time. Because I feel like I don't know if it helps the on-time rating or not, but I feel like if it shows that I'm at the store, and I mean, you can't hit arrived at store until you're in the vicinity of the store.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
But if you hit that, then if it takes a long time, that's not on you. It's on the restaurant. So that's how I feel about that. Doing earn by time, of course, it doesn't matter, like I wait at the restaurant, I'm driving, whatever. It takes a long time. It doesn't affect me as much as like per offer. But so there's that part of it. And then the other part where he goes in and selects like there's a long line at the drive-through or my order's not being prepared or whatever. I do that as well, but I talked to DoorDash several different times because there's kind of a controversy with this. I thought that doing what Dave did was only feedback for the restaurant. That's what I was thinking. Because it says, thank you, we will, whatever it says, we'll send this to the store, to improve time or whatever, which it never does. But so there's that, but there's also where you go up to the top, there's a little circle with a question mark, and you hit that, and then you hit there's a problem, there's a problem with the store or something, and it says there is a long wait time at the store. I do that almost every time. If it's not ready as soon as I get there, I'm doing that, because what that does is if the customer gives you a bad rating because it took too long, it's going to take that rating away. So I do that as a protection for myself. So there was another creator, Dylan, who did a video on this, and I was like, that doesn't do anything. When you just hit the, I'm like, that doesn't do anything. You got to do the circle with the question mark or whatever. But I was wrong. Both of them help our ratings. I don't know about the arrived at the store, but those other two things do help us with our customer ratings. And I believe the on-time rating as well. So I don't know.
Do you think that if they see you doing it every single time, they're going to be like, well, they're just trying to skirt the system? I don't know. It just seems I don't ever do that unless it actually is. I always say order not ready when I get there, because if it's not, it's not. I don't know what the holdup is. I mean, right. I just say it's not ready. Right. I think that's one of the options.
Right. And that's what I end up doing. If it's not ready when I get there, or I've been standing there for, a minute or more. I mean, I'm not like there with my watch, but okay, it's not, so as you're standing there, I do the thing. I don't do it every single time, but I do it if I think that there's going to be an issue or there's a potential that there's going to be an issue. As far as the arrived at store, I do that exactly as Dave does every single time. As soon as arrived at store comes up, I hit that button.
So Living Life on TikTok says, I always mark arrived at the store as soon as I can, so the timer starts in case I need to unassign. So do you need a certain, I guess, I mean, I've done 700 DoorDash deliveries, but I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing. But do you need a certain amount of time before you can unassign?
I believe it's 10 minutes, but I don't believe that. It's either 10 or 15 minutes. I can't remember, but I've waited lots longer than that, and it never gave me an option for a worry-free unassign. There have been times, not every time, but
I think you have to go up into. I know we got
you're gonna cancel it, and then it'll say, "Oh, am I lagging?"
Yeah, we're gonna have to work together because we're definitely lagging
you're not wrong.
Quite a bit. So. I'm talking, it takes you 4 seconds to hear me. See, the 4 second delay on the
I'm
laugh.
not having stage fright. That's not.
Yeah, like last time.
No, it's not like last time. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I can even fix that.
Well, we'll just have to work together. Bubba Sue says it's a 10-minute worry-free unassigned, so you have to wait 10 minutes.
Thank you, Bubba Sue.
But yeah, for me, I guess when I was thinking about with arriving at the store is because I do a lot of shopping orders, so I don't hit I've arrived until like, because I want my fastest time on the shop, so I hit like right when I'm walking through the door, I hit arrived, and then actually I go to the product first, and then I hit start shopping.
Yes, I agree. I will do that as well. That with the shopping ones, not that I do a lot of shopping, but the ones that I do wait until I get in there.
Okay, so that's why when I read or when I watched Dave's video, I was kind of like, no, why would you do that? But I guess I was more thinking the shopping orders and not the food pickup orders. So, and Bubble Sue says she also waits. All right, so let's talk about your video a little bit. And let's watch it. Let's discuss the actual content, and then just for people, just kind of like a little bit of backstage or inside baseball, and then why you got that video got kicked out of the creator fund on TikTok. Does that sound good?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
I am not happy with DoorDash. Did you guys hear about what happened in Milwaukee? Apparently the DoorDash driver was unable to deliver the order, and DoorDash actually gave the customer the DoorDash driver's address. What?
She ruined a $300 stroller and car seat.
Faith Morris's 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander is a wreck.
There's glass on everything.
Her windshield smashed in, she says, by an angry DoorDash customer. It was around 2 a.m. July 11th. Morris says she had just picked up a food order and was on her way to deliver it when her phone lost service and connection to the DoorDash app.
I didn't know exactly what the address was.
So Morris turned around, went home, contacted DoorDash, and asked the company to cancel the order.
The order disappears. So usually that means that they cleared the order or something like that.
But the customer kept calling.
She's saying like, no, you stole my food. I even tipped you.
A search warrant obtained by 12 News says this video from Morris's Ring camera shows the angry customer knock on Morris's door. We've blurred her face because she hasn't been formally charged. Morris didn't answer the door, but watched from her window as the customer approached her car with the DoorDash order still in the back seat and started smashing it with a tire iron.
It was like a movie. It was so crazy just to sit there and be like totally defenseless.
Morris asked DoorDash how the customer got her location. In messages Morris shared with 12 News, a DoorDash support agent said one of their representatives gave confidential information to the customer, which, quote, violates the policy.
Are you serious? Get your manager on the phone. One of your customers just came over here and destroyed my car. Over 10 chicken wings that didn't even have lemon pepper on them.
Now, Morris says she and her 4 kids don't feel safe at home.
I also had to break my lease, and I got to be out of this place in 26 days. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't have no place to take my kid.
So I actually watched a couple of different reports on this, and one said tire iron, the other one said a brick. I don't know if one or both is lying, or I don't know, but it is really scary if DoorDash is giving out our personal information. I am not happy. What do you guys think? Let me know.
All right, so Bubba Sue says news definitely screwed this story up. One, Dasher didn't pay bill and phone was turned off. Oh, wow. So I did not see that because I watched a couple different articles. And then 2, Dasher went home without closing the order and customer can see GPS.
Also, in this news story, it said that she smashed it with a tire iron. And in another news story that I saw, it showed the bricks. It showed that they took a brick and smashed her window with the brick. So,
I mean, if you've ever been involved with a news story, they get a lot wrong and they take a lot of liberties. They're trying to juice it up, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, and
right.
So they're asking her
Yep.
the right questions to be like, you know, they talk about our living situation. I'm like, that has literally nothing to do with the story, but
like, yeah, who cares?
yeah, I mean, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry, but like, what are we doing here? So Dasher went home without closing the order, but she says in the story that she looked at her screen and the order was gone from DoorDash. So I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, I wouldn't force close my app either. I would just turn I would just, go back to what I was doing and then go back to my stuff. But it still doesn't give the person the right to come do that.
No, that is scary. That's scary to me as a single person who lives by myself. If I had somebody come to my door and was that's not happening.
Yeah, let's hope support did not give out the address. I'd be shocked if they did. I mean, that would violate every freaking thing that they.
Did you see it had a screenshot of the chat,
but it was blurred out.
Well, part of it was I actually took a screenshot of the screenshot, and it said something, I can't remember, something about the customer being able to calling her after the order was after everything, and that they followed her home or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, if they I don't know. If they followed her home, then DoorDash didn't give out the information except for the GPS. But I don't know.
I'm leaning towards what Bubba Sue said. She didn't get rid of the order, and the customer, because you can track them if it hasn't posted as delivered. If the Dasher hasn't done anything like I delivered it, cancel it, make any kind of attempt to DoorDash, the GPS is going to pin them right at their house.
But if Verizon cut out her phone at 2 a.m. for one.
Okay.
I mean, is that yeah, it was at 2 o'clock in the morning. So did Verizon decide to just shut her phone service off at 2 a.m? Or, I mean, really, if we're really dissecting this, okay, and then like if her phone service was cut off, then wouldn't the GPS be cut off too? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, no, because if she was on Wi-Fi at home.
Oh, I suppose.
Yeah. I like how we're like victim blaming and not getting after the crazy bitch that smashed her car.
Well, the thing is, I absolutely agree that the customer was way out of line. And yes, I believe all of the news stations completely just said what they wanted, pretty much.
Yeah.
But do I completely believe the Dasher? I don't know. I feel bad for her that this happened to her, and it was a very scary thing. But I think there's some discrepancies there that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, Bubba Sushi was on Wi-Fi, so yeah, that kept her phone active. If they did, shut it off. I mean, 2 o'clock doesn't mean anything to me. Who knows? Maybe the shit works 24 hours a day, so maybe that's when.
That's true.
The phone company got to it, and they're like, "Okay, this is it." You would think it would be like at 12:01 on the next day or something like that.
Right.
But, I mean,
I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't run a phone company. So tell me your story about this video and the frustration and all that. And then we'll kind of go over what maybe happened or what other people could do if you're listening to this as a content creator on TikTok.
Okay. So yes, as a content creator, I saw a couple of videos about this, and I thought I was scared. I'm scared for us. And actually, I made another video right before we went live, and a couple people actually, after making the video, a couple people actually contacted me saying that they've had similar things happen to them, not having car windows smashed, but that they've had customers find them on social media and then be like kind of stalking them. And I mean, that's just creepy to me. So anyway, I kind of went off on a ramble there. Sorry.
Feel free.
So as long as I don't choke, right? As long as I don't like there's no dead air.
Right.
Okay. So I made this video and I wanted to make the video, but I couldn't figure out how to make it so the video was up here and I was this little thing down here.
Mm-hmm.
I was using CapCut and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So it was putting the video right here and then putting just a part of my head in the video. I couldn't like shrink myself, or it was me behind with the video in front of me and you couldn't move or shrink the video. Okay. So I thought I'm just going to commentate in the beginning and then play the video, the newscast, and then make a comment at the end. Because, I mean, I don't want to like take somebody's work and make it as my own either. Like, I get that. But I do feel like I made enough comments and, commentary that it was original. So I posted it, and right now there's like 24,000 views or whatever, which would be a nice chunk of money if it was actually considered a video that was not disqualified in the creator rewards program. So they disqualified it because they classified it as unoriginal content. And I appealed it and I said, I commented in the beginning, I commented at the end. I felt like, this was something that I needed to share with my audience. And they didn't, TikTok didn't, one, they didn't want me to put, because you can put a link for subscriptions to have people subscribe. They didn't want that. And they also disqualified it for the creator rewards program. So I guess I understand, but at the same time, I'm like, it's kind of a bummer,
Well, let's just talk about like content creating and then the copyright stuff in general. So TikTok's hilarious to me because you can use every song known to man because they're a Chinese company, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
like any other platform like YouTube, if you use any kind of music, they grab it right away. Like you can cut it out later. It's fine. It's not a big deal. But you will not get monetized for that video if even like 3 seconds of like a song. But TikTok, you can use any song you want. It's no problem. So this is what it pissed me off because the same thing happened with me. When we do our news show, we would play videos like we just did, and TikTok would be like, nope, you're off. You can't do it. You're banned for 10 days. You can reapply or whatever because it's not original content. And that's just super frustrating as just like a content creator, trying to figure out which platform does what and stuff like that. So as far as TikTok goes, and I know I already told you this, but if you're listening, to get around that, just put this weird line through the video. I've seen people do that because I watch movie clips and TV show clips all the time. And, I actually have found shows from that. And then am I assuming they're not getting dinged for that? I mean, I guess I could be wrong. Or like you said, put yourself on the screen the whole time. And again, you're just like, God, I can't figure this out. It's like, fuck it. Like, I'll just do this.
That's exactly what I did. Yeah.
Yeah. And YouTube is weird with stuff too. And Facebook, not so much, but yeah, it's really hard trying to create these videos and trying to do the best you can. And when you're, it's dumb. And I'll get a copyright here and there from YouTube and it'll be like, oh, this so-and-so is claiming. So a lot of times, so it's either you're not getting any money, they're taking it all, or they're sharing it with you. And you can appeal it. And I always appeal it and say, hey, we're a news broadcast. We're just showing the news. We're not trying to gain anything from this. And sometimes they say, okay. And sometimes they say, no, we're still going to share it. Or if they say, you get none of it, not that we get a lot of money on YouTube, I'll just cut the shit out. They give you an option right in YouTube to go, and they'll cut it out right for you. Like they'll like get rid of the music, except the voices. Like it's good enough where they can get rid of the background music and keep you. Now it's not great, but it's or you can just cut out the segment completely, kind of automatically. So,
right.
Which is kind of nice, but
no, that is nice. Cause I mean, once I post it, I'm like, I'm on to the next thing.
yeah,
already,
no, it's not worth deleting and redoing. It's like, fuck it, whatever. Just
right.
now that like if you do new stuff,
Right. Well, I kind of saw it as a learning opportunity, and also it was, I mean, I wanted people to know about it. That was the main thing. It wasn't, when I post things, a lot of times, yeah, it's because I'm monetized on TikTok, but that's not my main focus. It's to tell people about it,
Yeah, it's information that needs to be out there. And, going back to the safety thing, and I know you're a little freaked out about it. Unfortunately, as a woman, I'm not being sexist. This is just the reality of the world. It's an issue. And I know a creator on YouTube that she is very strict on things that she posts. And like, even with talking to me, like I have her phone number and stuff like that. And we've chatted. She's been on the show before and she's great. But like she had a stalker and she had to like get off YouTube for a while because it became an issue. So it's like, so she's much more strict about who she gives information to and what she says and things like that. Yeah. So it's, you got to do that. People are crazy.
I'm pretty private about where, I say my state, but I don't like to say what part of the state or, the city. I don't show any, like, in my content, I don't show any like road signs or, anything like that, because if somebody wants to stalk you, they're going to stalk you and they're going to find out, where you are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, but it could be with anybody, anybody posting anything.
Well, yeah, I think the part of it is when you throw yourself out there, and I'm kind of guilty of this too. I have some podcasters I listen to, and you become like, you feel like you're best friends with them. But there is a line there where you can't cross because like, hey, yeah, you enjoy my content, we're friends and stuff like that. And I have friends that I've, these are lifelong friends. I mean, we went to Nashville together and we all met via the show. But, you still got to realize, like, I've had a few people I've had to block just because they got a little loose-lipped and got out of line. I'm like, hey, we're not at this level. You know what I mean? Like,
yep. Me too.
So, it's just part of the deal. And I think most people genuinely aren't trying to be creeps, but some of them are. And you just gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Right. Exactly. I feel like most people, like you said, that line that can't be crossed, most people can get to that line and be like, okay. And other people are just like, boo. They just like trip over the line.
Right. And again, it's most of the time it's not them trying to be weird. Sometimes it is. But it's just them like, oh, I thought we were best friends. And like, well, I have your phone number. I'm like, not anymore. Block.
Right.
But as a male, I guess I'm not as cautious. I probably should be. People know, what state I am, what city I am, all that stuff. So I guess if they wanted to, like, I guess come and get it. But
yeah, but it's also different, like where you are,
Yeah, for sure.
So, and that's like with me, even with me travel dashing, it's, I kind of keep the content like one day behind. And then I tell, like last week we were in Cedar Rapids, right? And so I had a contest where I was just giving little hints as to where I was. And then whoever guessed, there was 9 people that guessed correctly. And I don't know if Joey's still on TikTok, but he was one that guessed correctly.
Okay.
And so I held a drawing and I gave away a water bottle, but I didn't say where I was until, thanks, Bubba Sue. Yeah. I didn't say where I was until we were actually gone. So I didn't hold the didn't hold the drawing until I was home. And like, I'm travel dashing now, and I will do the same thing. I'll give little hints as to where we are, but I'm not going to tell anybody where I am until I'm actually gone.
Yeah. That's a fun little contest that I would enjoy that too, trying to get people to guess where you are. I mean,
yes, it was so much fun. And then I also did where I did better hints for my subscribers.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. So if you subscribe, then you get better hints and you have a better chance of guessing. So
very good. Look,
awesome.
Little business move there.
Well, this week we're in a different place, and I don't know if you saw the T-shirt that Doordash Dave made for me.
I may
there
have
was a whole thing where he's like, "Hey Mo," and he threw the T-shirt.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it hit me in the face. And,
yeah. I saw that.
So everybody wants one of the T-shirts, right? Because it's got me and my little logo or whatever. And so this week we're gonna do the drawing is gonna be for one of the T-shirts.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave does some. I didn't repost that one, but I think I reposted one. God, what was it? Was he in a Vader helmet or something? And he was talking about you, or
he had the white mask when I was. I was gold.
Yeah, the Scream guy.
I was gold.
Right? Yeah, I know. I said, "Are you back?"
Okay, so it was when I went from platinum to gold. Was that the one that you were talking about?
Yeah, he had it was the Scream mask.
Yes.
Yeah, that was super funny. I really enjoy his videos. He does a really good job. I don't know how he gets fucking work done. I don't know.
I do too. He's awesome. Yeah.
I don't know how he Doordashes because he's like putting so much content up.
No. Yeah. I don't know. Editing takes me forever, and I don't even have any of those like fancy whatever he does. I don't have all the masks and the. I don't know.
I think once you get used to it and like have stuff saved and stuff like that, you're able to do it a lot quicker. But yeah, he's a very good video editor. So, well, this was fun. I usually keep these short because, usually because I'm just talking by myself and I don't have anything else to say. Because I always say if I ain't got nothing to say, I'm not going to ramble on. You know what I mean? When we get a lot of questions in the chat, it's one thing, but. Yeah. So, what is something that you're looking forward to either in your personal life or in maybe gig creator life that's coming up?
I don't know. I guess I already talked about it. The contest this week I'm really loving the travel dashing, because I like to travel.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a cool.
How about you?
Nothing really. Just I'm actually looking forward to getting back to work. I start back to school on Monday, and I'm looking forward to get backing. I'm looking forward to being in a routine for work. So
yeah.
Fucking internet, Mo. Pay your internet bill. She can't.
Yeah, routine's always good.
We'll see if it catches up to her. 3, 2, 1.
Sorry.
There it is. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the Shift Hustle show. We are done with this. Maybe till next summer. But we'll see you on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Peace out.